Now the great thing about being in the car trade, or well, you could say it's probably a curse, is that if you have a free hour or two during the week at any given point, if you're registered in the right channels, there's nearly always a live auction happening somewhere, whether it's here in Northern Ireland, Scotland, England. This week I had a few free hours during a few days and I logged onto an auction, and well, I've two pretty old gems just about to arrive from Scotland. My driver called me this morning. It's a lovely Saturday morning and surprised me with the fact that they're about to land, so I'd like to get your opinion on these two. It's not what you would call stereotypical retail stock, and I know one of them is in pretty bad shape, but it was a main agent trade-in, and well, I can't remember the last time I saw one of these traded into a main dealer and auctioned off, so I had to buy it, even if it didn't make any sense whatsoever, economically or psychologically. See what you think. Well, that was exciting, and here we go. You're about to get a look around two very old dealer part exchange vehicles that I bought blind based on very vague descriptions, and had to come here over the Irish Sea from Scotland. Sat here hoping for the best. Hopefully I've played it safe. Let's have a look. Oh my. Oh my good God. Alrighty. Oh, it smells good. It actually smells like a new car. If anyone's ever been in one of these when they were new, this smells exactly as it should. I definitely have more hopes for the Xsara than the Volvo. Let's do the Volvo first, because I feel I'm gonna try and end on a high, and I think I have better bets of ending on a high with this. So, right, let's get in it. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh, original mats somewhere underneath that. Oh, smells like a farm. Heated seats. Ooh, I love the package. What's in this? What's in this? What's in this? Hello. Sorry, can't show you because of GDPR, but we have one former keeper. It is MOT'd by the looks of it until March. Okay, so there's a month's MOT. And the last owner got this car in 2003. Wow, okay. And spare keys. Ooh. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Barnett's. Remote fob. Does it work? Nope. Alrighty. Jump pack it is. Okay, so battery's done, but look over here, right? We have numerous belt changes. There's one there at 43. I'm not sure what, 116. And then it's had a timing belt at 148. It's just been serviced. Well, no, it's due a service. 153 was the last service, and what's on the clock? 157. So, beneath this rather grimy, Well, actually, it's not too bad, but you know, there might actually be a decent car. Let's start her up. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Let's hope the cat's not been stolen. Honestly, I'm like a kid at Christmas. I'm so easily pleased. So, let's have a look. We have original radio. Love seeing this. The only thing that can top that is a book pack with the radio code, which, well, the book pack's there. Brilliant. We have AC. Fan works. Heated seats. Let's see if that works. Ah, windows. Yeah. 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 Oh, little gem. Let's go. Clutch is good. Engine feels healthy, minus the blowing exhaust. Okay, things are starting to look up for the big of love. I just love an old Volvo. Now, it is so easy whenever you've bought a car unseen to get bogged down in first impressions and to think, oh, what have I done? And yeah, I've been there many a time, and yeah, it has followed through as what have I done, but you sort it out. If you buy it financially sensible, you're fine, which is, well, it was my thinking with this. A, it's an old Volvo. B, it's a manual, so worst case scenario, I hate that this happens to them, but the Drift Boys bloody love racing these around the track. So I figured that when I got it back, given what it owes me, if it's really bad, if it's totally unsavable, that money would be back by, God forbid, this thing being banger raced. However, look below the grime, okay? And what we've got here is a really handsome old 940 classic saloon that seems to have been well serviced, and yes, look past this. I'm trying my best at the moment to look past that. But if we look, it's clad in totally original features. So we've got, as we've seen, the bonnet, it's the original selling dealer. It's got the plates, it's got the key ring, it's got all three original keys, it's got the book pack, Volvo Plus document wallet. It is sitting here running absolutely sweetly. Then take a look at the tires, okay? So we've got a Goodyear tire, we've got another Goodyear tire, we've got a Goodyear tire. It has a full set of Goodyear efficiency tires, okay? So this is not someone who puts plastic headlight protectors on their 940. Okay, that one's broken. Clearly loved it. Oh, it's got the built-in child seat. Let's see if there's a body in here. CD changer, no magazine, but it's all nice and dry. I am, however, getting absolutely high on exhaust fumes. Whoa. Yeah. Either that or drunk on Volvo live. It's ticking over so happily. You know, these Volvos are like buying a really old house. You get to know its character. Every single one of them feels different. It's had a different life, but they have this inbuilt wisdom at this stage that just tells a story, and they are so homely. They're such a character to get to know. I absolutely love them, and so when this came up, I had to get carried away, you know. But after a wash, sort out that patch on the exhaust, I had to look underneath. Everything that should be there looks to be there, so I think it's just blowing out around a joint. give it a wash, bit of MOT prep. I think we may end up here with a very usable modern classic for someone. And yeah, despite those first impressions of it having to be pushed off the truck and it looking absolutely filthy and the exhaust sounding awful, I genuinely think this is a good car. Okay, let's see if the Xsara's the disappointment. Look at the huge key that came with these. But on the plus side, we do have 2 keys, which is always a good sign. We've got some really rough paint here. There's a bit of lacquer peel on the bonnet. You've got to expect this with a red car that is 17 years old. That needs resprayed. Overall though, bit of lacquer peel on the rear bumper. Small bit of rust at the bottom of that door. Again, wing mirror cap needs painted. Overall, not a bad looking car. Before, the appeal with this was that it's a 54 plate Xsara, so I mean, I know Xsaras were never really desired even in Citroen circles, but there's something about a late registration car that I really like. The C4 was out at that stage, so this really is one of the last. Also, it has just, well, can't see it now, but 45,000 miles. Ah, engine sounds fantastic. Yeah, 45,000 miles. As I say, it smells like new in here. It smells like if you got into a Xsara in a showroom back in 03, this is what it would have smelled like. Okay, first impressions are good. Let's drive it. Let's see if this feels like a car with 45,000 miles. As I say, that mileage backed up with all my checks, and it certainly looks like a 45,000 mile car. Clutch feels good. These never really were the most exhilarating drive, but pleased to say this thing feels as healthy as it should. Let's get a look around it. Probably the most underwhelming car in its class at the time. But the Xsara was always a solid choice. It was based on kind of tried and tested running gear. It was never going to set the world alight, but I do think it's quite a handsome looking car. Again, looks like it's got original dealer plates. Oh, I hate this phrase, but back seats never sat in. The auction sticker, let's see what we... Oh, we've got an owner's pack. Love it. Here's my documents. It's got this half-horsed attempted automatic climate control, CD player, trip computer. Okay, so the last owner of this car got it in 2015. Just looking, I've never noticed this in a Xsara. You've got a little 12-volt socket here as well as the cigarette lighter. That's quite thoughtful of them. Okay, it did say in the auction description that the boot doesn't open. This is an electronic switch which seems to be dead, so we don't know what's hiding in the boot. Well, we could also take a little peek in here. Oh, it's nice and clean. Okay, so that's a job on the list. Let's have a look under the bonnet. Yep, looking good. And both of its chevrons are intact. When was the last time you saw a Xsara with 2 chevrons on the bonnet, huh? 960s really are dull. Dull but functional. I'll write that in the advert. Overall, I'm actually really happy. I think the gamble might have paid off here. Yes, two not what you call stereotypical retail cars, but I'm really happy with the way they've turned out. They both seem to have the guts of really good cars. They need a good wash. Both of them are quite short MOTs, so we'll see what that brings up. That might scupper things, but overall, yeah, for having bought these two things pretty much blind, I'm very happy. Keep tuned and we'll see how it goes, but for now, I think the 960 is quite happy to have a friend.